Hello and welcome to the building blog of the Svensson Jungmeister. Before I actually start any build, I try to establish what sort of power plant I'm going to use. And that's the purpose of sharing with you this video. So as you can see, there's a nice box sitting here, which arrived yesterday. But as it was my birthday, not much got done. And I thought I would share with you an unboxing. It is a second-hand engine. I believe it's got about 30 minutes on it, but it's a total departure for me because, as you can see, it's a petrol or gas engine, as the Americans call it. It will provide, I am sure, more than enough power for this model, which back in the 70s, when I think it was designed, was talking about a 90 engine, glue engine, and that was about the max that was available at the time. But I'm sure with a 20cc engine, it'll perform much better. So let's take a look. It's a bit awkward because it's one-handed. Let's see if we can get in here. There you go. So let's have a look. Nicely packed, all fits in nicely, obviously. Manual. There's something we tend not to look at if you're anything like me. Let's take a quick browse. I will have to look on the internet and look at YouTube because I've never actually ran a gas engine before. It's all new to me. It's part of the fun. Some specs on the engine itself. Very powerful. 2.5 horsepower. Very impressive. The ignition system set up, switch, which will obviously be needed, and there's an optional tachometer. I don't think I'd be bothering with that. What's this? Some additional information about the screws, oil leakage, how to stop that. I don't think that exhaust is going to stop the noise very much. We'll see. The assembly. Believe one's the choke lever and the other's the lever for the throttle. Don't know how that'll be connected. And then we have low and high speed adjustments. And it's an idle speed, so you can adjust the idle speed as you do on most engines. Carburetors at the rear, which will pose a little bit of a problem. Some information on maintenance. Right, there we go. Oh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Okay, so this is a new part to me. The ignition system. All appears to be there. Yep, running off 4.8 to 14 volts. That's quite a range. I'll be using a LiPo probably for that, I think. The spring for the spark plug. So I would imagine they're extensions for the exhaust. Twin, yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah. So there's twin exhaust. This hasn't seen any use. That's had no fuel through it. So it must have gone through. I did get an additional pack with some other bits and pieces, a different type of exhaust with a flexible extension, a spinner and an engine mount. So I was told it had about 30 minutes engine running time, so you obviously use this exhaust. Doesn't that look gorgeous? What's this? Oh, that's just a seal for the exhaust and the nut for the spinner. Oh, it's not on, so that's the nut. And here's the engine. What a beauty. What an absolute beauty. That looks very, very new. It's obviously had something. Yeah, I can smell the petrol on it. It's had some fuel through it, but obviously not a great deal. There's the timing mechanism. Now you can see where the magnet's set in to time it. And there's the exhaust mechanism on the rear. Beam mounted. Now let's see if this is going to fit in. I hope it is. Let's have a look. So this is obviously very crude. I'll measure it accurately and make a template. Do you know, I think that's going to be almost perfect, requiring virtually no fettling or messing around. That's a great start. Yeah, it will be mounted inverted, and as you can see, there's acres of room in the cowl, which I've obviously got to make. But that's going to be a great setup. Of course, I will have to run the engine, but the first thing I wanted to do was see if it was going to fit. Obviously, it is. I'm extremely pleased with that. A new toy to enjoy, and that's going to allow me to make a start on the build. I will build the fuselage first, probably to completion, before I begin the wings, and that's the approach that I took when I built the SE5A. And it means that you don't trip over the wings or damage them while they're sitting around the house, at the workshop, house in my case. But I'm looking forward to starting this. Until then, I hope you get flying. If you can't get flying, please pick up a modelling knife and get balsa cutting and get some building done. Bye for now.